Hello, so today I'm going to be doing a tour of my American Girl doll bakery, and I made this bakery mainly of like DIYs and just kind of things that I found around like my doll area, kind of like Grace inspired from last year. So yeah, and let's get started on the tour of Sarah's Little Bakery. So this is kind of the overview with some dolls in it. It's just kind of how it looks. So from this outside area, it's just brick scrapbooking paper with this little closed sign, but it can also kind of turn into open sign. It's very like reflective. And yeah, and it's just hung from this little hook thing, and it keeps falling off. And on this kind of long piece here, I've got a little sign, and it says Pastel Pastries and Cafe, and then there's like a cupcake, which is their logo, and that's just like the bulletin board heading thing of the storefront. So yeah, and it's also kind of held up by this little pencil, so it looks like angled, so there's enough like sunlight that can go into the room. Against the back wall, there is some blue scrapbooking paper, also from Michaels, and it's kind of just poorly glued on, but on top of it I have this super cute little like toothpick little decoration and some more decorations, and then this little bench. This is actually a shoebox that was originally pink, and I just kind of put some things on it to make it look a little bit cuter. Like this is just a scrap piece of fabric and a couple little like pillow things. And the dolls can just kind of sit here and eat stuff. And then in that corner over there, there's some more like little decoration sign things, along with some more scrapbooking paper along the walls. And I decided to make this area the cafe because it has some scrapbooking paper, and the other area does not. But over here I have these little pencils wrapped in duct tape, hot glued to the wall, which just have some like things hanging from these hooks, like some recipe cards and a clear rubber band in case my dolls want to hold anything, and then a takeout box, this little welcome sign, and then behind it is an apron, and my dolls are usually wearing the apron, but when they're not, it's hanging here. And then I have a little pot holder thing, and yeah, I think they look very cute and very like Valentine's-ish. Then this is where they sit, but then this is where they actually come up and order the food from. And this is a little cardboard display stand thing. And usually I keep it facing the other way, but sometimes it also looks good this way. And I'm just going to kind of show you what I keep in it. I have this little really ugly like craft foam cake that's like a rainbow cake, but I just think it looks cute and colorful on top of this little white decorative box as a cake on a display stand. And then I have 3 cute little Grace inspired like menus with just some of the goodies that are in the display stand. Then there's a little bell, which is like the kind of like ring for service kind of bells. I think it looks perfect in the bakery area. And of course a little money jar with some American Girl euros from the travel set, because it's kind of French themed, and I think it just looks really adorable on top. Then for the like actual food items, I have 2 shelves. The top one has some macarons in this little like thingy, and they're just cute little clay macarons. Most of them are eraser food or clay food, and they're just kind of 2 of each. There's like cookies and smaller cakes and stuff on top, and then bigger things like kind of breads and just like cupcakes and tarts and pies and stuff. And I think it looks super realistic. Then if you turn it to the side, there are 2 little bags, because you obviously need a ton of different bags to put all the food in. So there's just 2 of those, and I think they look really nice on this little paper clip hook, which is similar to the hooks over here. So yeah. Then back there, to complete this little area with some more posters, I have these as little like kind of like buy one get one free kind of things. And these are actually coupons from an ice cream shop, but you know, they work as little doll-sized posters. And that completes this cafe area. And this is a cooking kind of spot. First of all, there's this little fridge. On top there are some roses, which are from like the Dollar Tree or something. Inside the little fridge we've got some icing, some milk, and a couple like clusters and things of berries. Also some eggs and fake like dough. And then there's a little cooler on the bottom, which is just for added height and storage. And inside that, there's some ice cream and some little like drinks, which are also either like made out of clay or like craft foam, or they're like eraser foods. Anyways, on top we've got two shelves, which are wooden, but they're covered in paper, and they have popsicle sticks. And there's two Starbucks cups and some more little like doll-sized cups here. This is where they keep all the cups, I guess. It's just the shelf, and I think they look so amazing. And then, of course, the little corner shelf to store all their like materials for baking, I guess, all the ingredients, the other ones that are not in the fridge. There's like some baking cocoa, and then some baking powder, and then sugar and flour, which I tried to replicate the American Girl ones, and then, except the colors are switched, and then little classic nail art sprinkle jars over there. Then I have a little poster on the wall, which I think looks really nice above the sink. And then one of my favorite and biggest kind of pieces in this section is this little oven part here where they actually make this stuff. My friend made it, and then I added some details onto it. So on the top they've got a sink first of all, which just is the little fruit cup sink thing, and then some like hot and cold tabs and everything to add it more detail. And then the back little panel thing has this compass thing, which is actually supposed to be an oven timer, fake oven timer, and then some little oven buttons, the controls. And then this little extension table, which is a piece of cardboard with matching duct tape on it. Then the part here, which is the necessary part for the kitchen, didn't stay closed very well, but oh well, it still looks really neat. And there's some gingerbread in the little oven compartment here, and then over there is some mixing bowls with some cookie cutters. This is like a storage cap. Then in this corner here I keep a little thermos, which is from a My Froggy Stuff tutorial, and it has some fake hot chocolate in it. A little box with more little boxes, each which have their logo on it, and this is also to store the little bakery food. And then also for added height here, I have another little box, which is extra storage. There's a little garbage bin, which is actually a little like gum container or something. And then she keeps some like a secret stash of candy, I guess, back there. And then in that compartment there's some plates, a giant like mixing spoon, I guess, and just a bucket of more kind of silverware and cutlery like forks, spoons, some knives, there's even a spatula and a couple whisks in there. And that completes the cooking baking area. And that's my tour of my American Girl doll bakery. So this is my doll Sarah here, who kind of owns the bakery because she's supposed to be like my fake Grace, I guess, because I don't actually have Grace, but I like some of her things. So yeah, I hope you like it, and that's the finished tour. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.